Hi! Okay, so I got a few very important questions to ask you. First question, do you like keyboards? Well, if you don't, then why are you watching this video? But if you do, follow-up question, do you like Olivia Rodrigo?
Say yes.
Oh, you do? Good. Anyways, with that out of the way, today, for the first anniversary of Sour, I will be building another Sour keyboard. But this time around, I will be giving it away. If you're only interested in the giveaway, I'll probably leave a timestamp somewhere on the screen in case you just want to learn how to enter into the giveaway. But for the most part, I recommend that you actually watch this video because 1, helps me. 2, this build is actually relatively easy to build, and it's fairly inexpensive, at least for a custom keyboard. Anyways, with that being said, let's get on with the build. To start off, the case I got was the CIY Tester 68. This is a wireless tray mount keyboard, and I got it in this nice translucent purple colorway to obviously match the Sour theme. The typing experience on this keyboard was fairly stiff, and we'll be remedying this later, but to start off, I'd actually like to talk about the stabilizers. The stabilizers on this keyboard, stock at least, were really bad. Yeah, I told you, it sounded really bad. But to fix this, all I did was add a little bit of Krytox to the housing, and then I also added some dielectric grease. Actually, not some dielectric grease, a lot of dielectric grease to the wires, and I got this sound. So yeah, that sounds infinitely better than how it was stock. Up next, I decided to open up the case, and to my surprise, there was actually a little bit of case foam and this nice rubber sheet in between the plate and the PCB. Because of these mods already made to the case, I only really needed to do a few more mods to really polish this build. For starters, I added the Tempest tape mod, where I basically added just a few layers of tape onto the back of the PCB. Doing this mod gives the case a bit more of refinement, and for a cheap case like this, it sort of needs this type of mod to sound a little bit more polished. After this, I decided to change the mount of this keyboard to an O-ring mount, where I would take these little O-ring gaskets and put them on the screws. Additionally, because there's a lot of contact points with the plate and the case, I decided to forego the middle screws of the case. All these changes to the mounting style actually creates a bit more of a balanced sound between all the positions of the keyboard, and creates a bit more of a flexible typing experience. You can even sort of see the flex of the keyboard when I push down on the plate. Anyways, with all the case changes done, I could finally bring out the switches. For this build, I decided to use Jwick T1 tactiles for the alphas, and for the modifiers, I decided to use a combination of Durock Palms and Jwick Blacks. I decided to go with this weird combination of switches because for the alphas at least, on a stiffer plate, I thought they were more enjoyable to use. But for modifier keys specifically, I thought tactiles felt really weird, even on a stiffer plate, so I just went with linears. For all the switches, I decided to lube them with Krytox 205 grade 0. And something to note, I also lubed the stem legs of the T1 tactiles because I felt like the switches were already really tactile. And honestly, if you really like a strong tactile experience, then there's nothing wrong with not lubing the stem legs. But personally, I found them a bit overwhelming, and I thought that in normal use, they would feel sort of fatiguing. For the keycaps, I went with PBT tar to sort of match the purple case and to create this almost fully purple build with just a few accents. And to finish this build, I decided to get another butterfly keycap from Dreamcaps on Etsy. I found with the previous build, a lot of people actually really liked this nice touch and found it as a bit of a highlight for the keyboard. And one last touch was the stickers on the sides of the case to once again match the album cover. And with the build finally done, we could finally listen to the sound test. The sound of this build was definitely deeper than my previous build, and it did sound less refined, but that's to be expected when comparing a plastic case to an aluminum one. But still, this build sounds really good for being a plastic case, and considering how easy it was to actually build, I really liked how it sounded. So now is the part that I'm assuming a lot of people have been waiting for, and that's the giveaway. I'll be running this giveaway for about a week or so, maybe a bit longer depending on how many people are actually entering. To enter this giveaway, first you have to be subscribed to the channel, and you also have to be living in the US. After you're subscribed, make sure you comment on this video too. In your comment, you want to include the keyword sourkeeb, sort of spelled like this. After that, you want to include your Twitter handle. Once you include your Twitter handle, you also want to make sure you're following me on Twitter, as I'll be announcing the winner on there, and also I'll be following you so I could DM you all the information, yada yada. You get what I'm saying. As for the rest of the comment, you can include whatever you want in there. Just give me something to read while I'm scrolling through the list of comments. And with that, you're pretty much all set for the giveaway. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Enter the giveaway if you want. Tell your mom, your dad, friends, siblings, your dog. And if you're interested, you can go ahead and watch my previous build right here. And yeah, see you later. Bye. 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 It's so hot in here, what the fuck?